From now onwards, we are going to discuss a real configurations in GTS. That is called baseline configuration. The very first configuration you will do in GTS is baseline configuration. So apart from the system configuration, system connection, so this is a very important configuration we have to do. So it's called baseline configuration. So what is baseline configuration? So as part of our baseline configuration, there are four important configurations. One is organization structure, second one is partner structure, and third one is document types, and the fourth one is item categories. So these are the four baseline configuration we are going to do. So with the help of this baseline configuration only, our system is going to transfer the data from ECC to GTS. In GTS, it will create its own document, which means a replica of your sales order or replica of your any other transactional data. Okay, now what is organization structure? So I hope you all know what is plant and company code in SAP system.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So the plant and company code are the highest organization element in SAP system or in ECC. Similarly, in GTS, we have the highest organization element or highest organization object that is called foreign trade organization and legal unit. So the foreign trade organization will be shortly called as FTO and the legal unit will be shortly called as LU. Okay, so whatever the plant, whatever the company code you create in ECC, that plant and that company code must be mapped with the respective FTO and legal units. So FTO is nothing but the company code in GTS and legal unit is nothing but a plant in GTS. For example, let's say if you create a sales order, for a plant, this is the ECC or S4. If you create a company code or if you create a sales order for the plant 1000, for the company code 2000, so what would happen? System will try to transfer the data to GTS. Let's say here we have the customer and material. Okay, so when system tries to transfer this data, system will replicate here in GTS as a customs document. Okay, and here it will transfer the customer as a business partner BP and it will transfer the partner as a customs product. So this is what we discussed in our previous class. And what about this plant and company code? So if you don't have the respective plant and company code in GTS, system will not transfer those data to GTS. Please pay attention. If you have any doubts, please stop me and please ask your doubts. If you don't have the proper company code and proper plant assignment in GTS, system will not transfer the data to GTS. So in order to achieve that, what you have to do, you have to create a FTO for this company code, and also you have to create a legal unit for this plant. So which is what? Whenever you create any sales order, those sales order data must be configured in GTS. So whatever the data you use in GTS in sales order, you will use a company code, plant, customer, material, item category, and partner, whatever it is. So whatever the data you use in sales order in ECC, those data must be configured with the GTS system. Okay, so if you don't have any data, any of the data, the system will not transfer the data to GTS. Okay, which means what? You have to configure everything in GTS system. So we have already done the configuration for customer and material. Now we are going to discuss for company code and plant. When you create a company code, for example, let's say your business has expanded their business to a new plant or the new manufacturing unit. So that manufacturing unit, let's say 1000 and company code is 100. Plant is 2000 and company code is 1000, which means you should configure this company code 1000 and plant 2000 in GTS as FTO and legal units. Okay, so here let's see. Any doubts? Let's say here I have a company code 2000. Here I have the company code 2000. And in GTS, when it comes to GTS, system will look whether we have the proper assignment for this company code or not. Okay. So how to make this configuration? You have to create a FTO first. So the creation of FTO is simple. You have to go to the transaction code BP, or you have to go through the configuration path. I will tell you whatever it is. Okay. So first you have to create a FTO. So how to create a FTO? That FTO has to create as a business partner. The FTO has to be created as a business partner. That is what here we are using business partner T code. I mean T code as BP. Okay, now I have a company code 2000. So what I will do? So I will create a FTO underscore 2000. So here, why I am using this naming convention? I could use any other naming convention. I could use XYZ 2000 or XYZ company code. I could use anything. But why specifically I am using this term FTO? Just for the easy understanding. Just for the easy identification. For example, let's say if you create a FTO as 2000 for the company code 2000, if someone sees this like a FTO 2000, by seeing the name itself, they would easily understand. Okay, this FTO has been created for the company code 2000. Okay, let's say you are going to create FTO as CTU underscore. Let's say your company name is Sony. Okay, I have created a FTO as CTU Sony for the company code 2000. By seeing this name, maybe as a consultant, as a creator, you may know. Okay, this FTO has been created for the company code 2000. But how? Let's think about others. For example, let's say I'm going to newbie and I'm going to work on this project. So if I see this, how would I understand? So what is the CTU of Sony? So if the CTU Sony means there will be multiple company codes and multiple FTOs. So how do I understand whether this company code this FTO has been created for this company code? There will be some lot of confusions, right? To avoid this confusions and to avoid some difficulty in identification, we are using the simple naming convention FTO underscore 2000, the name of company code. Clear? So by seeing this FTO underscore 2000, I can easily understand, okay, this FTO has been created for the company code 2000. Not only me, if someone from the outside, coming to check, and if they come to know, okay, they see this FTO underscore 2000, they will easily understand, okay, this FTO has been created for this company code 2000. This for the easy understanding, that's it. Similarly, I have a plant 1000. So to make others understand, or also to make it easily identification, what I can do, I will create a plant, I will create a legal unit as LU underscore 1000, the name of the plant, so that it will be easily identified. It will be easily identified. So for that purpose, SAP has recommended to use a naming convention as FTO and legal unit in the prefix. FTO and LU in the prefix of your foreign organization and legal units. Clear?
Yeah, got it.
Any other doubts? Any doubts so far?
No, got it.
Fine. When you create this FTO and legal unit in GTS, this FTO and legal unit will be treated as a business partner. Okay, this will be treated as a business partner. It will not be treated as other objects. It will be treated as a business partner. As like our customer and vendor, this FTO and legal unit will be treated as a business partner. Okay, so you have to create a business partner for the FTO, for the company code. Also, you have to create a business partner for legal unit, for this plant. Okay, that's why here it will be treated as a business partners. Clear? Now, let's see here. I have a customer. I have a vendor. I have a FTO, and I have a legal unit. These four will be called as a business partners, right? These four will be called as a business partner. Okay. Anyway, all these four will be called as a business partner in GT system. So if all the four will be called as a business partner, how system will differentiate which one is the customer, which one is the vendor, which one is the FTO, and which one is the legal unit? How does system identify them? How does system differentiate them? Any idea? Any idea? We discussed, right? We discussed in our previous class. System will differentiate custom. Sorry.
Customer vendor is nothing but
Yes, Christian.
customer vendor is nothing but a business partner.
Okay. So okay. We know that customer, vendor, FTO, legal unit is a business partner. How does system will differentiate which one is a customer and which one is a vendor and which one is a FTO and which one is a legal unit? How does system will differentiate that? In our previous class, what we discussed, system will differentiate the customer and vendor with the help of a BP role,
Yeah.
right?
So, yes,
BP role. So the BP role of a customer is what?
BP role and BP group you informed that.
Yeah, BP role and BP category. So what is the BP role of customer? It's SLL CPC. For vendor, it is SLL
SAP
CPS.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the help of this BP role, system will differentiate. Okay, this business partner is a vendor and this business partner is a customer. Same concept will be applicable for FTO and legal unit. We have a separate business. We have a separate BP role for FTO and we have a separate BP role for legal unit. So the BP role of FTO is SLM FTO. The BP role of legal unit is SLM SIT. With the help of this, see, all the four will be called as a business partner. With the help of the BP role only, system will identify which one is the customer, which one is the vendor, which one is FTO, and which one is the legal unit. So the time of creating this FTO, we are going to assign the role for this FTO. That is nothing but SLL FTO. At the time of creating this legal unit, the system is going to assign the role. That role is called, we are going to assign the role. That role is called SLL SIT. Clear?
Yeah. Okay.
Any other doubts? Any doubts so far?
No.
Previously, that one you told BUT00 for
See, BUT001. See, BUT, that's a table. Okay. So we have a category. We have a category for customer. Category for customer is 2 and category for vendor is 1. Category is different and BP role is different. Okay, don't confuse the category and the BP roles. System will differentiate the business partner with the help of BP roles. Okay. So if you give SL FTO, then system will display only the FTO. FTO is something about your custom your company code. If you filter with SL SIT, system will display only the legal unit. Legal unit is something about your plant. Okay, so this is the BP role. Any doubts?
nothing.
Okay, now this is called as an organizational structure. So with the help of organizational structure, we are going to configure our plant and configure our company code and plant with the FTO and legal unit. Okay, so let's say here I have a plant. Let's say here I have a plant 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So these are all the plant. So this plant will come under this company code. Let's say 2,500. So which means what? Company code is the highest element, and the plant is a subsequent element. So orders will be released from this company code to this plant. Okay, so the orders will be released from the company code to the plants, which means this company code is head of these 5 plants. Right. So which means what? If I want to connect these company code and plants, what I will do? I will connect everything with each other like this. So what I will do in the feeder system, what I will do? I will create a separate plant and I will assign these plant with the company code, so that everything will be interrelated. Okay. So in case if you if you go to the table T001, if you put the company code, it will display the plants. It will display the plants. What are the plants are associated with this company code? There is a table for the. There's a table. It will show the plant which are all associated with the company code, or the company code which are all associated with other plants. So how system will display all those data? We have to configure the company code with the plants, which means we are going to assign these many plants under the company code. Okay, and this is not your job. This is not your job. Order management team or the master data team will create a company code and plant in the feeder system, and they will connect with each other. But when it comes to GTS, what it will do? What you will do? You will create a plant. You will create a FTO for this company code. Let's say the FTO for this company code is FTO underscore 2500. So this is the FTO for this company code. And here I am going to create a plant. I'm going to create a plant. So I'm going to the legal unit. What is the legal for 1000? It is LU underscore 1000. This LU for 2000, it is LU underscore 2000. So like this, I'm going to create legal units for other 5 plants. Okay, legal units for other 5 plants. Now what I will do? After creating the FTO, what I will do? After creating a FTO and plant, what I will do? I will connect these two with each other as like our company code and plant assignment. So like this I will do. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
So whatever the mapping, whatever the configuration you will do, you are going to do for the company code and plant, the same configuration, the same mapping should be done in the GTS end for the FTO and the legal units. Clear? Now let's see. Here I have created the company code. Here I have created the plant. How the system will know whether this company code, this FTO has been created for this company code and this legal units are created for these plants? How does the system know? See, I have just simply created it. How does the system will know? System will come to know by mapping these company code and FTO. System will come to know the plant and legal unit by mapping these two data. Okay, so that you create a sales order for the company code 2500, for the plant 1000. It will come to GTS as sales order, come to GTS as customs document, and this 500 will be mapped in GTS as FTO underscore 2500, and this plant will be mapped in GTS as 1000. Clear? Any doubts?
No. Not that.
Mahendra, any doubts for you?
No.
Okay, so this is a very important configuration, and this is a very important mapping. In the interview, they will ask how to create a FTO and how to map the company code to the FTO. So you have to answer this. So anyway, we will discuss in the system. We will discuss like how to map everything in the system. Okay, I'm just giving the overview. Okay, and that's all about the organizational structure. So as part of the organizational structure, we are going to create a FTO and legal unit for the respective company code and plant, and we are going to connect the FTO and legal unit, and also we are going to connect the FTO with the company code and the legal unit with the plants. Okay, and one more important thing, you can have multiple plants under one company code. You can't map multiple company code under one plant. Similarly, you can create a multiple legal units under one FTO. You can't create a multiple FTO under one legal unit. This is also the interview question. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Any doubts? Fine. So that's all about the organization structure configuration. As part of our organization structure, we are going to discuss this one. Okay. Now, you clear about the organization structure, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.